guys, welcome back to the channel. So, quick update from the last video. I know I said I was going to be patient this time and slowly work my way toward all the new goodies that ROM keeps throwing at us. The plan was simple: open a few cards every day, take it easy, save some BCC, and let the progress come naturally. Well, that plan lasted about one day. Turns out it's actually pretty difficult to stay patient when you're staring at a card that you really want. Opening 11 cards a day and then waiting until the next reset sounds reasonable on paper. But once you start doing it, the temptation becomes real. Every day you're thinking, what if the card is in the next pull? And before you know it, your fingers start getting itchy. So today, Impatient mode is officially activated. Before we jump into the pull session, let's talk numbers for a moment. If everything goes according to the worst case plan and we end up needing around 30 sets of 11 pulls, the total cost would be roughly 4,500 BCC. Now, if I had the discipline to stick with the original strategy and slowly buy cards over time, I could probably save around 420 BCC from daily discounts and other small efficiencies. That would bring the total closer to about 4,080 BCC. That's actually a pretty significant difference. The problem is, patience isn't exactly my strongest stat. Of course, there's always the other possibility. Maybe we get lucky. Maybe ROM decides to smile upon us and drop the card much earlier than expected. If that happens, we save even more BCC and everybody goes home happy. But let's be realistic for a second. Yesterday we already got insanely lucky. We managed to pull 2 MVP cards from a single 11 pull session, which honestly still feels ridiculous when I think about it. After getting blessed like that, I'm not exactly expecting ROM to continue showering us with gifts. Usually when ROM gives you something nice, it also likes to remind you who's in charge right afterward. So I'm going into this session with pretty modest expectations. If we get lucky, great. If not, at least we're making progress toward the pity and moving one step closer to securing the card. At the end of the day, that's really what matters. The goal is still the same: get the card, strengthen the account, and hopefully do it without completely destroying the BCC reserves. Whether we get it today or not, every pull is pushing us closer to the finish line. So that's enough talking from me. Let's jump into the pull session and see whether the RNG gods are still on our side today, or if they're about to remind me why patience exists in the first place. Enjoy the video. Well, after all that pulling, we finally got the card. Now comes the important part. Getting the card is one thing, but the real question is whether it's actually worth all the BCC we spent on it. Before we start, special thanks to Uncle Nick from VVVS Guild for lending both his time and his character for this testing session. Without him, this video probably wouldn't happen. So thank you very much, Uncle Nick. Now let's talk about the card. The effect that everybody is interested in is the strip weapon effect. On paper, it sounds crazy. Imagine attacking an enemy DPS and suddenly their weapon gets stripped in the middle of a fight. For a few seconds, they're basically unable to fight back properly while you're still dealing damage to them. The problem is that the chance is only 5%. The question, is a 5% chance really worth spending thousands of BCC? Personally, the answer isn't only about the strip effect. Even if the strip never happens, the card itself already gives PvP damage, and right now PvP damage is still one of the strongest offensive stats you can get for competitive content. So if you're looking at this card purely from a damage perspective, there's already a strong reason to consider it. Let's move on to the actual testing. As you can see from the footage, I'm testing it in MP Arena using Nameless. My attack speed is around 480 ASPD. I don't want to tell you whether the proc rate feels good or bad. I'd rather show you the footage and let you decide for yourself. Watch how often it triggers. Watch how much impact it creates when it does trigger. One footnote: after your weapon gets stripped, you can't instantly put it back on. There is a cooldown period before you're allowed to re-equip your gear again, enough to completely change the outcome of a fight. And sometimes a few seconds is all your team needs to secure a kill. The biggest counter right now is the anti-strip relic. If your opponent is running proper anti-strip protection, the effectiveness of this card drops significantly. That's something you need to keep in mind before investing heavily into it. So this is what you're paying for: a solid PvP damage card with a potentially game-changing strip effect that can occasionally win fights on its own.
Overpowered?
Maybe. Mandatory? I'm not completely sure yet. Annoying when it procs against you? Absolutely. Why I wanted to make this video, not to tell you what to do, but to give you enough information so you can decide for yourself whether this card is worth chasing or whether your BCC is better spent elsewhere. If you've already tested the card, let me know what you think down in the comments. I'd love to hear your experiences and whether you've had better luck with the strip effect than I did. Hopefully this video helps you make a more informed decision before spending your hard-earned resources. Thank you for supporting the channel and hanging out with me. Have a great day, and I'll see you guys in the next video.